3 mods are currently in testing, and that means they're getting closer and closer to a stage of release. A new aquatic, and of course, dragons. Lots of them. Yeah, this is the mod roundup for this week in Path of Titans. Strap yourselves in, there's lots to talk about, but let's just get right to it. I want to quickly talk about, when we get into this video straight away, is that there's 3 mods that are being made by Feilong that are getting really close to release. Most of them are in testing. Now, the first one is one that you've seen a lot on the channel. Quite a few people ask me for news about it, and that is the Dimetrodon. That is currently in testing, although there is something that is a little bit further ahead than it in testing, and that is a remake to the pachycephalosaurus. Now, I think it's just a basic remodel to the mod, and it's not like a massive change to it, although I'm not too sure on that one just yet in terms of what it is. I'm pretty sure it's just a change, especially on the head sculpt, removing kind of giving the beak back to the pachycephalosaurus, I believe it is. But then the other mod that Feilong's making that's now going into testing is the Tenontosaurus. And yeah, I'm very excited for that one. That's 3 mods. There you go. By one mod author, or one group of people. I wouldn't say one specific person, because I'm pretty sure all of these are combined efforts. And yeah, I just want to make you aware that these ones are going into testing, or pretty much are in testing now, and could be hitting sometime this month, which is insane. Now, let's get into the next thing, which is something else that you should be excited for. So there's a little unknown mod group modding in a Rhomaleosaurus, and it kind of reminds me of a seal from the videos shown of it. There are some bits and bobs to show for this creature, but this seems to be a small team that's itching to get into Path of Titans modding. Now, I'm not 100% sure if they have access to mod the game just yet, the mod dev kit. However, you know, they do have some cool things to showcase. So the first one is a fully textured model, which is shown in a rather blurry screenshot, most likely taken from a phone. That being said, we also have the pre-textured model as well, which is actually in a more high definition screenshot, which looks like it's probably taken from the computer itself, as well as the walking animation for when it's on land, and it literally looks like a seal plodding around on the land. It looks really cute. There's also 3 icons for abilities and whatnot for this creature. The first one is an attack, and it's going to be a septic bite attack. I'm assuming this will be something that does venom. And then you also have a dodge maneuver, which basically is going to make it zigzag. And then finally, it's got a suffocating bite, which does bleed and drains oxygen of other aquatics as well, which is pretty cool. So yeah, that's another aquatic creature that's coming to the game. It's definitely going to be an exciting one. Let me know what you think about this one in the comments down below. I'd love to know what you think. The Titanus Constructus group are working on their next mod, and this is something that we've known about for a while. It's going to be Citipati. However, this thing's getting closer and closer to a playable and obviously release stage. However, the last thing that they've shown off and tested and completed is locomotion testing. That means the locomotion for this mod is pretty much done. That's what the testing was for, and now it's going into the next phase of its development, which I assume is to do with attacks and abilities and all of that jazz. So hopefully we get to see that coming soon. That being said, this was shown off in a really neat video by the lead developer of the mod, which is Layla, and it looks fantastic. I'll be showing part of it on the screen now while I talk about it, but I do recommend you check out the full locomotion test video, which I believe is on Layla's channel. I'll have a link to it in the description, because it's a full 2.5 minute video, and while I'm talking about it here, it's only going to be like a minute at most, because, you know, it's just a small part of this video. But yeah, I'm very excited for this mod. I'm very excited for Citipati. This should be the first Oviraptorid to come to the game. And also, one final thing, its holding animation when it's carrying stuff, it doesn't carry it in its mouth, it carries it in its hands, and that's showcased by a little picture of it holding a melon, and it's holding the melon in its hands, which I think is awesome. Anyways, let's go and showcase a Trello and then a mod in game. So I want to point out some developments on the X Argilla page, and firstly, the first one is the woolly mammoth, because someone keeps asking me about the woolly mammoth, and that's Larson. He does it every single stream, and it's pretty much all he comments. I love to see it, it's really funny. But that being said, just regarding the woolly mammoth, It's got 3 tasks left, which is skins and then testing and dev kit implementation. And it's been sat on that for a little while, I believe, but that's not what we're talking about today. I just want to also mention, before I do go into anything else, the shark, the Cretoxyrhina, has also been shown off a bit by the creators of it, Rogue Terror. He's shown it compared to the Rex in size, and it does look quite big compared to the Rex. But yeah, like, he's shown off the model a little bit more, size comparisons, all that. And then the next one is the Draco Viper. This thing is almost done. 2 tasks left to complete: skins and testing. It's implemented into the dev kit, just needs skins and testing, and then it's done. And it's got a lot of skins already, and this mod looks absolutely fantastic. It is a dragon. Yeah, it's a dragon. That's what it is. It's literally an awesome, cool dragon, a very traditional looking dragon, a wyvern, I believe it is. You've got multiple subspecies as well, like the Viridis and the Colubra and many others, and then many skins like the Oxyrhynus, and then this orange and black one, and this one that's on the screen now. There's so many cool skins for this one. This thing is almost done. It's literally getting there, very, very close to a stage of release, and it's very exciting to see. I can't wait to see this one in game. And yeah, that is that one. But there is another dragon coming to the game, and this is Glow Plume, which I believe was teased by Rogue Terror as well. If I just open this in another tab and just zoom in, it's kind of like a terrestrial dragon, no wings, but it runs around on all 4s. Pretty cool looking, and yeah, I'm quite excited to see this one in the game. Anyways, back over here, we just scroll out a little bit, and there is another one, the Volcrum Maw. Now, there isn't any pictures of this one here, but there are pictures of it on the Discord, and I'm going to put them on the screen now. Have a look at them. That's 3 dragon-like creatures coming to the game. So we already have the Primordial Tyrants Ignis mods, and that's a whole new dragon thing by the Primordial Tyrants team. Now I've got the XR team going, you know what? I want to make some dragons as well. And they're now bringing dragons to the game with the Volcrum Maw, the Glow Plume, the Draco Viper, which is almost released. This will be, and should be, the first dragon playable that's flying to come to the game, because the Bristlewing isn't in the game just yet. And that's what I wanted to talk about. But now we're going to hop into game and showcase a cool little creature that's out now. So, the weird and wonderful aliens are back in the game, and this one is another one. This is a new one. This is called the Gonari, and it's made by the K23 Creatures. Now I'm going to showcase it off as the subspecies and the adult mainly here, and just get through it quite quickly, but this thing looks very, very nice. So, you've got the male and the female. So the female obviously is grayer, and then obviously the male looks more like an emperor penguin, which is very cool. So, its subspecies are the Shupi, which is plus stamina, minus speed, minus oxygen. Then you've got Nanori, which is plus speed, minus stamina, minus oxygen. And then you've got Megoli, which is plus oxygen, minus speed, minus stamina. Now, if we just have a look really quickly, it gets really slim right here, but I mean, it's kind of similar in a sense, but the head gets bigger, and I think maybe the tail does, or maybe it just gets a bit broader from the side. Yeah, kind of in a sense from the side, yes. And Megalo is thicker, and you know, just a big swell guy to be around. Anyways, let's showcase it in game. So this thing has several skins. You've got the default skin with obviously its patterns here. Its main change on the patterns is on the wings. Okay, and then obviously you've got Ruddy, which is a very beautiful skin, kind of reminds me of the default skin for the female. The patterns are mainly the changes in the blue. Then you've got Green Head, which is a very, very nice skin. It looks like one of those ducks. I think, is it a mallard duck? I believe it is. You've got Hoopo, which is a very, very nice skin as well. Mainly yellows and whites and a bit of beige. You've got Okapi, which is based off Okapis. Then you've got Reedling, which is a very nice, cute skin. Light blues, browns, whites, and the black markings change on it with the patterns. Then finally you've got Puffbird, which looks absolutely awesome as well. I like the oranges. It looks really nice, especially the coloration on the head right there. Of course, it always looks nice with the colorations on these creatures. And I gotta say, it does look a lot better than the older K23 creatures as well. Feels and looks less smooth and more textured, which is very nice to see. Now let's have a look at the abilities. So with the abilities, there are several here. You've got 2 attacks mainly, and one voice ability that you can actively use. That being said, with the head, you get a standard bite attack. Then for the sensors, you get one called Lunar Powered, which gains extra speed and slows stamina and oxygen drain during the night, which is a night-based ability, pretty nice there. For the front limb, you've got Lift Surface, that allows you to glide faster. Then you've got a air control, which gains a higher turning rate when gliding. So if you haven't realized, this mod can glide, which is, I believe, the first creature in the game that will be able to glide instead of powered flight. For metabolism, you've got Piscivore, you've got Herbivore, and you've got Frugivore. Then for the highs, you've got Sunbather, which increases stamina regeneration and slows metabolism while sleeping during the day. You've got Standard, you've got Sleek Feathers, that increases your swimming speed at the cost of defense. Then you've got Dense Feathers, which is a defensive boost. Then for your legs, you have a Kick Attack, which allows you to do a venomous kick. And then you have a Belly Slide, which is a slide on your belly for a quick burst of speed. It's a land dart, pretty much. Now, you can either equip an attack or the leg ability there. You can only do one of the two. Then, for your dive or your back limb abilities, you've got two diving-based ones. You've got Night Diver, which is an upgrade to the regular diving ability, decreases oxygen drain and increases swim speed during the night. Then you've got Dive, which grants the ability to dive underwater. For the voice, you've got the Mighty Shriek, which scares your opponent's stamina right out of them. This is your war cry, which is pretty cool. So let's showcase them really quickly. So obviously you've got the bite, you've got the kick. Hang on a minute. Do you have to, can you only do it when walking? What about sprinting? Well, no animation on that just yet, but this is the call, which is very nice, and it lasts for 4 seconds. Now let's showcase the belly dive. I gotta say, when this thing sleeps, it looks absolutely adorable. It's like a brooding bird. But then, that being said, let's showcase the belly dive, and there you go. There is the belly dive. That's pretty cool. It lasts for about, I think it's 5 seconds. Yeah, and then it just, you can literally do it straight away after. It doesn't drain too much stamina as well. What happens when you go into the water with it? Or you just start swimming normally? Now, this thing, look at the way it runs as well. The arms come out, kind of glides. It's pretty cool. When we do that, that showcases the gliding ability there. We'll showcase the gliding in a second. But that being said, let's showcase the calls. It's very animated. I gotta admit that. I think that's the same as the Shriek ability. You got the shake. I love that. Oh, it just goes, it goes sicko mode. Then it has the stretch. And it does a little dancey dance. That's really nice, really cute. And then you gotta look around. Kind of leaps up like, oh yes, I'm big now. And it bobs its head around like it's listening to music. And then the mystery is literally it flopping on its belly. So cute. And there's another mystery here. And it laughs, of course. Now, we're going to see if we can jump this off a cliff and see what that gliding is all about. Now, we are on top of a cliff. As you can see, it's quite big. And yes, we're at the top of it. Now, hopefully, we're going to jump off here and we're going to glide. If not, we're just going to fall down and probably die. So, let's see how this works. I'm going to do a run up and then I'm going to jump off. So, oh, there we go. Okay, you have to engage the glide. I was just falling there, but yeah, this thing can't go up. It just goes down, so it's just able to glide, and that's all it can do pretty much instead of, well, while it's flying. So you can get away from tough situations by gliding. This drains your stamina quite fast. However, this is really cool. You can actually stay in the air for quite a bit, which is really, really nice. However, that stamina drain is insanely quick. So let's just go ahead, go through there and land it. You have quite a quick land there, but then obviously your stamina drains really quick. But yeah, this is the new K23 creature, and this thing looks absolutely awesome. It's like a little penguin. It's really cute. I really like it. I like that gliding ability as well. This is technically the first creature to be able to glide properly in the game, aside from powered flight. But yeah, let me know what you think about it. But that's that. But of course, everybody, that is that for the Path of Titans mods lately. We got 3 upcoming mods and then some bonus stuff with the Trello board progress of the Draco Viper and another dragon that's coming to the game. And then we got to see some brand new K23 creatures to come to the game, which I'm very excited and happy to see. Let me know what you think about these in the comments down below. Are you happy to see these mods coming soon? I'd love to know what you think. And yeah, which one's your favourite? Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed. If you are new, feel free to subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day. Peace.